There are times during deep space exploration when the universe conforms precisely to the equations we've etched into textbooks, music, and passed down through generations. Everything proceeds exactly as the laws demand. But then arrive those rare, hushed moments. Snorts that don't merely test physics. They appear to warp it, music twist it, and echo back in ways that carry an almost deliberate feeling. And Voyager 1, the most distant music human-created object ever launched, has just encountered one of those moments. For almost half a century, Voyager music has continued drifting farther from Earth, moving past the sun's magnetic reach, beyond the heliosphere's protective boundary. Music into an environment so extreme, so frigid, so drenched in cosmic radiation that no engineered device was ever expected to function there. Yet, defying every projection, Voyager keeps transmitting. This time, however, something transmitted in return. It wasn't random interference. It wasn't static. Music. It wasn't leftover solar plasma or wave distortions bleeding across the void. The signal arrived structured, patterned, responsive, a transmission that, music, acted as though it recognized Voyager's existence or perhaps scrutinized it. If the universe resembles an endless ocean, Voyager serves as a message sealed in a bottle. And what recently, music, occurred feels like something or someone located the bottle, uncorked it, and began replying. Tonight, we dissect the account of how a 45-year-old probe, sustained by decaying plutonium and outdated processors, established contact with something resembling a music-advanced entity, something positioned well beyond our solar system's edges, well beyond physics as we predicted, and well beyond any scenario NASA, music ever anticipated. Snorts. Once you trace every phase of Voyager's odyssey, from Jupiter's raging storms, music, Saturn's intricate rings, Uranus's extreme axial tilt, Neptune's diamond rains, all the way to the interstellar emptiness, you'll grasp why this latest signal isn't merely odd. It is profoundly unsettling. Voyager 1 was never designed music to endure this long. Launched in 1977, its original assignment stayed straightforward. Swing by Jupiter, swing by Saturn, collect data, capture images, music, then fade into obscurity as its instruments powered down sequentially. It was planned as a transient guest, not a long-term survivor. Yet events unfolded differently, transforming a brief tour of planets into humanity's most extended scientific endeavor. Equipped with only 3.7-meter radio antennas, 16 hydrazine thrusters, music, and plutonium-powered thermoelectric generators that degrade annually, Voyager 1 ought to have failed long ago. Still, there it remains, 155 astronomical units from the Sun, still operational, still communicating, still receiving. Its 11 scientific instruments were engineered for brief planetary encounters, not perpetual voyages into the void. Most have long since been deactivated. Music. The handful still active keep reshaping our understanding of science. The probe lacks modern code, lacks artificial intelligence, lacks the stabilization found in contemporary satellites. Its memory holds less than a single phone photo. Yet its resilience, its accuracy, music, and its improbable capacity to endure successive zones of cosmic peril have turned it into humanity's music most improbable emissary. Now, this vintage machine functions as more than a spacecraft. It serves as our window into a domain we were never meant to access. A domain where even NASA concedes we lacked any firm expectations, since no human technology had ever ventured there before. That very fact makes the recent anomalous signal so disturbing. Every insight Voyager gathered previously, from Jupiter's tempest to Saturn's satellites, to Neptune's gales to the heliopause architecture, had braced us for the unexpected. Nothing, however, prepared the team for what arrived next. Voyager's initial genuine brush with the unknown occurred at Jupiter, well before reaching interstellar territory, well before plasma waves or magnetic frontiers entered the picture. The revelations there stunned the scientific, music world. Storms rivaling planetary dimensions, lightning bolts 10 times more powerful than Earth's, volcanic plumes on Io hurling material hundreds of kilometers skyward, and radiation belts so ferocious they nearly saturated Voyager's detectors. Jupiter didn't merely expose a lively planet. It unveiled volatility, immense energy, and processes, music, that clashed with prevailing theories of the era. Concealed within that turmoil, embedded in the churning storms and electromagnetic chaos, lay peculiar pulses, subtle, weak, nearly undetectable music that failed to align with Jupiter's rotation or the anticipated variations in its music magnetosphere. Back then, those irregularities were brushed aside as instrumental artifacts or modeling shortcomings. Today, however, with knowledge of the new signal, numerous engineers have returned to those archived recordings. Voyager's earliest meeting with the incomprehensible may not have taken place in interstellar space at all, but at Jupiter, where the universe first demonstrated its ability to generate patterns beyond our grasp. And if that served as a subtle foreshadowing, then what Voyager recently, music, captured 4 decades later, may represent the response. Saturn marked Voyager 1's last planetary visit, the final world it would observe before being hurled irrevocably into interstellar darkness. The encounter proved spectacular. Rings displayed wave structures and gravitational resonances. Titan's dense, haze-shrouded atmosphere concealed a surface, music unseen again for decades. Yet Saturn also signified the point when Voyager 1 committed to a path no other craft, music, would trace. As it swept past, with rings and pale moons gleaming around the planet, Voyager, music, shifted from planetary explorer to cosmic outcast. The sun dimmed progressively. Signal lags stretched longer. Temperatures plunged. Solar wind influence diminished with every passing kilometer. Voyager abandoned the known, the rhythmic dance of planets, the orderly patterns of the inner solar system, and entered something entirely alien. A zone where the solar magnetic envelope thins, radiation intensifies, plasma turns erratic, and nothing adheres to expected models. Saturn represented more than a waypoint. It served as the ultimate boundary before Voyager stepped into the realm of uncertainty. In retrospect, Saturn's departure carries an almost prophetic weight. The last glimpse of cosmic regularity before the universe unveiled music, its genuine intricacy. While Voyager 1 continued outward, Voyager 2 pressed onward to Uranus and Neptune, 2 enigmatic ice giants enveloped in magnetic tempests music. Uranus spins, tilted on its side, apparently toppled by a massive ancient collision. Its surface chills music to minus 323 degrees Fahrenheit. Faint rings glimmer in darkness, and storms erupt without warning. Neptune unleashes winds racing at 1,300 miles per hour, the solar system's swiftest, alongside the elusive Great Dark Spot, a storm that appears and disappears unpredictably. Triton, Neptune's icy satellite, launches music, nitrogen geysers that eject material into space before it solidifies and drifts down like frozen cosmic flakes. Beneath these worlds, music surfaces. Researchers now suspect literal diamond rainfalls, sinking gradually through dense, icy layers. Those findings carried greater significance than appreciated at the time. The farther Voyager ventured, the more evident it became that the universe flourishes music on extremes, intense pressures, extreme temperatures, powerful magnetic fields, exotic chemistry, all far stranger than human notions of normal. If diamond rain can occur, if winds can exceed snorts in music, the speed of sound, if planets can lie sideways, then what might await in zones untouched by the sun? The ice giants delivered an unsettling message. The universe disregards our assumptions. And once Voyager entered interstellar space, that message became music impossible to ignore. As Voyager moved beyond the sun's warmth, it traversed a region few truly comprehended. The heliosphere, an immense bubble sculpted by solar wind, serves as a protective envelope around every planet, moon, asteroid, and human artifact inside it. For years, models attempted to forecast its dimensions, form, and dynamics. Voyager became the first to penetrate it, and the reality proved far more elaborate, music, than anticipated. The heliosphere lacked smoothness or predictability. It proved turbulent, music unstable, pulsing like a colossal cosmic heartbeat shaped by solar cycles. Music, solar flares, and profound magnetic variations. Voyager sensed the solar wind diminish around it, particles growing sparse, slowing, then vanishing, replaced music by the thicker, stranger interstellar plasma. That transition revealed the sun's shielding reach has definite limits. The heliosphere forms no eternal bubble, no flawless barrier, but a delicate frontier that terminates sharply. Beyond lies a domain of surging cosmic radiation, erratic plasma, twisting magnetic fields, and utter unfamiliarity. Voyager traversed this weakening shield gradually, feeling the sun's dominance fade to a faint echo. And as it emerged from the heliosphere, the probe entered the territory of the unknown, the very region where the mysterious signal would eventually manifest. In time, Voyager arrived at the heliopause, the razor-sharp final interface where solar wind ceases and interstellar space commences. Scientists had long debated its appearance. Some envisioned serenity, others turbulence, others a gradual shift. No one foresaw what Voyager encountered. The heliopause proved violent. Plasma waves surged like unseen tsunamis. Magnetic fields contorted unexpectedly. Energies oscillated beyond model predictions. This was no gentle transition, but a shock zone, a collision front where solar and interstellar particles collided like opposing oceans. Voyager registered extreme pressures, eerie oscillations, and plasma waves indicating the interstellar medium was denser and more organized than imagined. The heliopause emerged not as a line to cross, but as a profound threshold separating familiar solar system physics from alien physics beyond. And upon entering interstellar space, Voyager's instruments conveyed no calm or equilibrium. They detected patterns that resembled communication, rhythmic pulses, orderly oscillations, repeating sequences. Initially, NASA classified them as natural. After the new signal, those classifications faced reevaluation for the first time. Once past the heliopause, Voyager entered interstellar space, an environment so inhospitable and alien that every onboard instrument adapted to an entirely new regime. The sun's magnetic influence vanished. Radiation levels soared. Cosmic rays streamed relentlessly. Each particle, a relic of distant detonations. Dead stars, collapsing suns, ancient supernovae hurtling at immense energies. Interstellar plasma flowed like an invisible sea, dense, frigid, modulated by magnetic forces Voyager's sensors struggled to interpret. The region held no emptiness. It brimmed with structure, currents, pressure waves, turbulence, massive fluctuations that seemed almost vital. For the first time, humanity received live data from beyond the solar system. And Voyager's transmissions, stunned researchers. Interstellar space proved louder, more energetic, and more structured than any forecast. Plasma waves generated natural harmonics, oscillating with uncanny regularity. Magnetic fields shifted as though reacting to unseen influences. Cosmic rays arrived in intricate patterns, not mere randomness. And Voyager, solitary in the void, became the inaugural human artifact to observe deep space's authentic environment, a realm where physics operates harsher, stranger, and more extreme than any simulation conceived. Voyager's plasma wave subsystem, a 1970s engineering holdover, emerged as the crucial tool for probing the interstellar medium and uncovering anomalies. Plasma waves lack conventional sound, yet their frequencies convert to audible tones, yielding the eerie space sounds NASA occasionally shares publicly. What remained undisclosed were music, the peculiar harmonics Voyager recorded at specific intervals, harmonics implying patterns far more elaborate than random turbulence. The waves oscillated regularly, forming repeating structures over months, even years. Music, they altered abruptly as though influenced by something external, something vast, energetic, organized. Music, at the time, NASA described these irregularities cautiously as unanticipated plasma dynamics. Now, armed with a new signal, many view those harmonic structures not as mere waves, but as precursors. Music, initial indications that something massive or sophisticated lurked nearby, something absent from every astrophysical framework. The plasma wasn't simply reacting, it was responding. Music, that response intensified over subsequent years. Deep into interstellar flight, Voyager detected a faint, persistent music vibration, an ultra-low frequency hum permeating interstellar space. It originated neither from the spacecraft, the sun, nearby stars, nor radio interference. It represented the galaxy's background resonance, the Milky Way humming quietly. NASA anticipated smoothness and uniformity. Voyager registered otherwise. The hum varied, rising, falling, shifting rapidly, as though affected by something massive traversing the interstellar medium. Those variations remained subtle, yet unmistakable. They appeared absent solar activity, absent known cosmic events, absent any expected cause. In retrospect, they aligned with periods preceding the anomalous signal. The hum may not have constituted background noise. It may have signaled that Voyager was no longer solitary. Voyager's hydrazine thrusters had degraded gradually for decades, yet they outlasted predictions. Then, years in interstellar music, space, an odd pattern emerged. The thrusters exhibited unexpected music behavior, timing shifts, delayed responses lacking mechanical justification. NASA engineers attributed it to aging components, pressure loss, or wiring issues. The anomaly deepened when thrusters self-corrected spontaneously, realigning Voyager's antenna toward Earth with accuracy no faulty system. Music should manage. A drifting or tumbling craft should have lost permanent communication. Voyager never drifted. It maintained lock on Earth more consistently than ever. Something stabilized it. Something external, something interacting with its position, music, or magnetic signature. Engineers overlooked the anomaly until the new signal prompted reevaluation. Around the mission's 40-year milestone, Voyager registered magnetic field distortions, music, that perplexed experts. These lasted weeks, appeared abruptly, disappeared abruptly. They correlated with neither solar activity, interstellar shocks, nor cosmic rays. They appeared almost engineered, smooth, uniform shifts in magnetic alignment, as though the probe had traversed an artificial field rather than a natural one. One researcher likened it to passing through the wake of something enormous. At the time, no one ventured to suggest an object. Today, those distortions appear far less benign. With a new signal indicating an advanced presence, many now suspect Voyager skirted something possessing a magnetic architecture. Music too intricate for nature. An artifact, a craft, or an entity operating in deep space with a magnetic influence vast enough to perturb surrounding plasma. Then the pivotal event occurred, the anomaly that halted NASA's deep space network. A signal arrived not from Earth, not from Voyager, but from Voyager's direction. It carried no noise signature, no natural pulse, no cosmic plasma resonance. It arrived structured, layered, nested, the hallmark of intention, precision, repetition. A signal that mirrored a reply to Voyager's music routine transmissions, synchronized with its communication schedule, as though something had deciphered the probe's music rhythm. Engineers conducted diagnostics for days, checking every terrestrial antenna, every interference source, every software line, every radio artifact. No explanation surfaced. Music, The signal originated from deep space, from Voyager's vicinity, from something incompatible with music, any recognized astrophysical process. Voyager stood no longer isolated. NASA attempted to elicit the signal again, issuing commands, music, boosting power, altering frequencies, testing modulations. Nothing triggered it. The signal reappeared only when Voyager reverted to standard transmission, music cycles, as though the unknown distinguished routine from experimentation. This realization unnerved the team, suggesting music, something monitored Voyager's patterns, responding not to imposed commands, but to the probe's inherent consistency. Voyager's steady transmissions functioned like a handshake, a reliable beacon, a predictable cadence the unknown elected to acknowledge. Repeated attempts yielded the same outcome. No coerced reply. Music, only voluntary ones. Something intelligent chose its moments to respond. When a signal underwent decoding, or at least binary translation, even stranger elements, music surfaced. The pattern featured gaps, structured repetition, timing intervals inconsistent with noise or natural astrophysics. Interspersed among repeating pulses lay music segments resembling data, not language, not symbols, not mathematics, but something akin to a music compressed packet. NASA withheld public disclosure, yet internal Deep Space Network leaks suggested structured blocks divided by music, predictable pauses, resembling digital file headers. Whatever transmitted it, music, did so with accuracy surpassing any natural mechanism. This constituted no random burst, no chaos. It formed a genuine transmission from near Voyager. Then arrived the detail scientists, music still avoid discussing openly. Doppler analysis of the signal revealed motion. Coordinated, fluid, deliberate. No cometary drift. No asteroidal tumble. No orbital path. It repositioned purposefully, as though circling Voyager or reorienting. Each movement coincided with magnetic fluctuations recorded by Voyager. It resembled music, spacecraft maneuvers, except no human craft performed them. No known program launched it. It behaved unlike anything humanity has constructed. The object hovered not merely near Voyager. It engaged with it, displayed curiosity, examined it. After weeks of scrutiny, NASA, music, arrived at an unwanted yet unavoidable conclusion. Voyager, snorts, had not contacted a planet, plasma, radiation, or cosmic music waves. It had contacted an object, a highly advanced object, one emitting structured music signals, one moving with purpose, one warping magnetic fields, one responding to music, Voyager's rhythms, one comprehending Voyager more thoroughly than we comprehended ourselves. This object displays music, no propulsion signature, no thermal exhaust, no detectable emissions beyond music, its signal. It operates as something physics should prohibit, something that redefines natural law, something possibly traversing interstellar space. Music, long before humanity's first launch. And Voyager 1, the oldest, friliest, least likely emissary we ever dispatched, has become its first witness. Music, pause and consider that. A 1970s-era spacecraft, equipped with a golden record, a stylus, sparse data, music, and a fading plutonium core, has become the inaugural participant in a dialogue we never music anticipated. The entity out there, whatever its nature, demonstrates mastery of timing, awareness of Voyager's signals, capacity for structured exchange, and music command emotion in an untested environment. It replied solely on its terms. It maneuvered solely when elected. It stayed silent, music during tests, and communicative only during Voyager's routine behavior, as though evaluating not the transmission content, but the spacecraft's music persistent rhythm. This qualifies as neither random nor natural. This constitutes interaction. If this narrative unsettled you even half as much as music, it unsettled NASA's mission controllers. Don't slip away silently. Subscribe. As this inquiry, music, progresses, each fresh development could reshape our cosmic position, like the video to help spread awareness of what transpired music out there. And in the comments, share your view. Do you see this object as a relic, a sentinel, or the inaugural representative of music, a civilization we've only now encountered? I'd love to hear what you think about this, so drop a comment below. If you enjoyed our conversation today, please share this video and subscribe to help the channel grow. Every bit of support counts.